Hello world, it's Birdo 5 Law, and welcome to Holiday Shopping for Nerds. Yes, the holiday season, Christmas season, if you will. It's right around the corner. Today is in fact Black Friday as I record this. Millions of people are braving shopping malls and Walmarts, putting their very lives on the line to try and grab, presents that are a couple dollars cheaper today than there would be any other day of the year. And we salute these brave souls who keep the brick and mortar stores alive. However, some of us physically can't make it to these stores, and others are just, don't want to be bothered. So if you're in either of those camps, I do invite you to do your shopping online, and I'm going to take you through some great nerd items I found on Amazon. And if you would be so kind, if you go to birdoprey5.com, your one-stop source for everything Birdo 5, and you scroll down here to affiliate links. Okay, if you're in the United States, if you want to use Amazon, or Amazon Smile if you're part of their Smile program, or in Canada, Amazon Canada, or the UK. And even if you're not in any of these countries, if you just use Amazon.com, it'll probably forward you to the correct Amazon for your country. Please do. The affiliate link does give me a small percentage of any sale anything you purchase. Like even if you click on it, just brings you, of course I have ad block on in this browser because I use this browser when I stream and I don't want ads playing, causing me to get demonetized. But anyway, we're gonna permanently allow that link. So yeah, you just go to a main Amazon page, and in here you can type, hey, whatever you want to buy, Star Trek phaser, and boom, boom, boom. You can just buy it. And then if you complete the sale, I would get, say a $38 phaser. I might get, $2 or something. Now, this doesn't increase the price to you in any way, but being as an Amazon affiliate, being I sent you there, they do give me some credit, which would tremendously help me and the channel. It obviously all adds up. That's if you go to birdoprey5.com, and that's BIRD, the letter O, PREY, the number 5.com. So let's just get started. First, I want to, now this might not be super nerdy, but I do have to, not that I have to, but I want to. This is a book by Will Sutherland. Now, Will Sutherland has been a long-time member of my web forum, JUOT.net. But Schooly is a book of how Will Sutherland converted a school bus, an old broken-down school bus that I believe he got for either like free or for like $50, and he turned it into this amazing, beautiful, beautiful vacation vehicle. And Will is an amazing person. Will lives in West Virginia, and Will, and you're going to see pictures in this book, Will dresses up his animals. Now this dog here, that was Bruce. Bruce has since passed on, but Bruce and his other animals are featured throughout this book. He dresses his animals up like people. He did great videos. I haven't seen any recently, but he did great videos with his animals at like Thanksgiving dinner. He had his dog, he had Bruce, he had a chicken, he had a horse, and they were all sitting down eating Thanksgiving dinner. How he got these animals to act like he wanted them to is freaking amazing. I have no idea, but Will is a great person. I knew him for the longest time on my web forum, and please, consider this book, Schooly, How to Convert a School Bus or Van into a Tiny Home or Recreational Vehicle. It just got published earlier this year, last month in fact, And it's available in hardcover, which has the full color photos. And you could get the Kindle version, but obviously it's going to be in black and white. So I highly recommend the hardcover version. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get to some nerd stuff. And I've got to start with an Amazon Echo. And I know if you watch my videos, I'm always fighting with Alexa. However, cancel. However, you don't have to keep her name as, Alexa. You can change it. In fact, you can change it to computer. When I first bought my first generation Echo, all I wanted to do was change it to computer because I wanted it to be like Star Trek. I wanted to say, computer, what's the weather? Computer, sing me a song. Computer, what's a billion divided by a million divided by pi? And get these answers. And I can't, I couldn't do that with calling it a computer until maybe 6 months, a year into it. They finally allowed you to call it computer. Now, I don't call it computer because I say computer a lot, especially on YouTube. But if you want to be, you want to feel like you're on the Enterprise, you can do it. You can get an Amazon Echo, set its wake word to computer, and it's like you're living in the future. And if you've got some extra bucks, the all-new Echo 3rd generation, which is their top-of-the-line Echo, is only $59 for this weekend. It's a Black Friday deal. Normally $99.99. And their cheaper, smaller Echo Dot, which still works, it just helps if you plug in an external speaker, but if you don't have an external speaker, it still has one. Doesn't sound as nice, but it does all the same stuff. Is on sale for $22, where it's normally $50. So I highly recommend, if you're going to go, if you don't have a virtual assistant at home, you guys know I love my Alexa. So consider one. Also, an Amazon original item is an Amazon Fire TV. Now, the latest, greatest Fire TV model is the Fire TV Cube, which actually has an Amazon Alexa built in, or an Amazon Echo built into it. This is the priciest model they have, which is on sale for $89.99, normally $120. It does 4K Ultra HD streaming. It lets you access Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube, Disney Plus, HBO, tons and tons of channels, tons of apps. Obviously, you have to have separate subscriptions for those things. Amazon does subscriptions through their own, if you don't want to sign up to CBS directly, you can sign up through CBS through Amazon and use it through their interface. It's all pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the Amazon Fire TVs. I don't have this one. I have the older version. But, it is better than any smart TV I've ever used. And they're constantly updating the interface. Now, if you don't want to spend, 90 to 100, 120 bucks, the Fire Stick 4K is it's a much smaller version of it. Now, it's not as fast, it's not as powerful, but it still supports 4K Ultra HD resolution, and it's just a small stick you stick in an HDMI port of your TV. Obviously, you got to power it. They give you a little power USB cable, but hey, it has most of the same features. It just isn't able to run like some games that you can run on the larger device, and it doesn't have an Echo built into the base. Although it does have on the remote, if you hold down the speaker key, you see that top center key, the speaker key, you can just ask it everything you ask an Amazon Echo, and it will give you the same answers. And in fact, if you have the TV on, it'll show you stuff too. So that's pretty cool. You can just say, I hit the speaker, I say, play Star Trek The Next Generation, and it just starts Star Trek The Next Generation. So stuff like that is pretty cool. And this, like I said, this is much cheaper. $24.99 on sale. usually 50 bucks. If you get it on sale, this is a no-brainer. I mean, this is almost stocking stuffer territory. I might get 2 just to have. But, if you've got the money and you're more seriously into, you want to be playing more serious gaming, in addition to having access to Netflix and HBO Plus and Disney Plus and all those other great streaming sites and the entire Android TV app store, then what you really want is the Nvidia Shield. And the Nvidia Shield TV Pro, it's more money, I'll be honest. And it's not on sale. It seems out of style. In fact, it's actually temporarily out of stock. But for $199 or $140, no, you want the $199 version. This one is going to be great. You can do everything you can do pretty much on the Fire TV. Plus, you can play some pretty extraordinary games. Plus, you have access to the full Android App Store, unlike Amazon's Fire TV, which gives you the Amazon App Store, which doesn't have as many apps. But the apps they do have to pass a better test, so that you know they work better. This gives you more access to general Android apps, especially for Android TV. It's a trade-off, but with this, and with either the Fire TV or this, but more so with this, if you set it to allow third-party apps and you sideload, you can sideload in emulators, and you can be playing tons of classic games with emulations and ROMs on something like the Nvidia Shield. So it's a pretty cool device to have. But I think that'll be it for electronics. So they will come back to one more very important electronics piece, but not yet. So the next thing is, of course, Star Wars Lego. Yes, Lego Star Wars. For decade plus, as Lego was failing and Star Wars really was I guess at its peak, even though there weren't a ton of new movies. Star Wars rescued the Lego brand from failure. And now, is it possible Lego might rescue Star Wars from failure? It's possible. Obviously, some of these sets are incredibly expensive. The Lego Star Wars Ultimate Millennium Falcon, $799.99. And yes, that's the actual price Lego charges. It's not, because some of these are just cost more on Amazon because they're out of stock. No, that's the Lego price. If you go to Lego.com, it's the same price. I have no freaking idea. Now, I know this is a huge ship. I know it's a lot bigger than it makes it look because you don't have a frame of reference to the size. But this thing is freaking huge. But, oh my God. Yeah, here you go. You got a person partially assembled. And you've got an idea of the internals of it. And this is one big ship. Now, I don't know anybody who's got the extra $800 to throw around on a Lego set. And even hell, the Death Star, which was previously, I think, their most expensive, is downright cheap in comparison at $500. And again, this Death Star is huge. It's deceptively small on this page. But you don't have to buy $800 and $500 Lego sets. There's a other Millennium Falcon for $160, which is still way more than I want to spend on Legos. But I get it. And if you scroll down, you got a Y-wing, which looks pretty cool. And if you keep going down, you get a lot of cheaper items. Now you see something like this. I believe this one is this one's actually claiming to be on sale. I don't know. But there are some that are just way more expensive than they would be on Lego.com. So before you pull the trigger on Lego from Amazon, do check the actual MSRP on Lego. But here you go. Here is a perfectly good TIE Fighter for $15.99. You know, that's more a stocking stuffer or even a present for for a kid or an adult Star Wars fan. I wouldn't mind having this TIE Fighter. I really wouldn't. In fact, I might end up ordering it when this is done. So there's a ton of Star Wars Lego out there. There's more than just what's listed here. And there's more on Lego.com, which I also have an affiliate link for, which I will put in the description. So, don't forget Star Wars Legos for the nerd in your life. However, as much as I might like Star Wars, I love Star Trek much, much, much more. Now, unfortunately, Lego does not have the license to sell Star Trek. And man, if I could live in a parallel world, I would live in the parallel universe, where Lego got the license to do Star Trek ships instead of Star Wars ships all those decades ago. But we are where we are. And so Mega Bloks has the current license for current Trek building sets, building block sets. Now, the Mega Bloks Enterprise, it's a beautiful, beautiful ship. It's a collector's item. I have it. I haven't yet put it together, but I've watched many other YouTubers put theirs together, and this thing is a beast. It is beautiful, but it takes a good amount of time to put this thing together. It is not for children, and at $91, it's wow, it's really on sale. I was gonna say I paid a lot more than that. You might, I guess the price went down a bit. That's weird. Yeah, it's the original price was closer to $200. This is saying $250. I'm guessing it's not selling so hot, but you know what? It should be. It's a great ship. Now, the only problem is that the Captain Kirk that comes with it, it doesn't look anything like Captain Kirk. Anyway, other than the ship, they also have a small transporter room, which is like, and you get the bridge construction set. Now, obviously, this $339, I don't know. That must be out of stock, so they only have, somebody selling it, their own version. So, double check the prices before you buy anything. Now, this is not Mega Bloks. It's just a random enterprise. Now, a few years ago, like 5 years ago, Creo had the license to sell Star Trek. Now, I'm going to be honest. Creo sets are crap. I had the Creo Enterprise. It wouldn't even go together because the blocks just didn't fit together. So stay away from any large Creo set. Now, I did have the Creo Klingon Bird of Prey. I thought I was buying a real bird of prey, and I ended up with the Creo Bird of Prey. It's okay. In fact, it's got lights and it's got sounds. It's just from a really shitty Star Trek that nobody gives a crap about. But Creo's smaller sets are fine. Stay away from the big sets. In fact, this is the set I have. The Creo Star Trek Klingon Starfleet Attack, which has a full-size Enterprise and a full-size D7. Now, the full-size D7 went together fine. The full-size Enterprise, you couldn't put it together because they had these giant flat round pieces for the saucer section, and they would just, they weren't flat. So you'd put one piece on, another piece would pop off, and I wasn't going to use crazy glue on it. So I would say you have some risk if you buy Creo. But Mega Bloks has a much better reputation, and I haven't really heard anybody complaining. And the thing you can always do on Amazon is look at the reviews. And you a 4.4 out of 5 is pretty damn good. And, at the end, I'm going to warn you about reviews on Amazon, because the minimum review you want to buy of something is 4 stars. Okay? 4 stars. If it's under 4 stars, there's a problem. You're like, well, 3 out of 5 ain't bad. Let me tell you, 3 out of 5 is terrible, and I'll explain that in just a couple of minutes. So let's keep moving on. Okay, so they don't have Star Trek Legos, but they do have NASA Legos. The Saturn V is a Lego set I have. I've yet to put together. but it's a beautiful set. The Apollo lander, again, this one costs more than it should, but the original is out of stock on Lego.com. I checked. So if you check back in a few days, the price might go down once it comes back in stock on Lego.com. But we've got Saturn V, we got the Apollo lander, we've got a whole ton of smaller space shuttles. They're not realistic space shuttles, but they're there for some reason. Even though I searched for NASA Lego, the ship in a bottle is here. Now I did this ship design on a live stream. It's a very cool Lego model. It's much bigger than it looks in this picture. It's not NASA related, but it is very cool. If I had a desk at work, I would totally have that on my desk. It is a nice model, presentation model. So don't forget your NASA Lego sets. They can be a lot of fun for adults and kids. Obviously, I'm only interested in them as adults. Also, if you're doing, oh wow, look at this. I have this space shuttle already built. It was $99 when I bought it. This was 10 years ago. No, maybe 8 years ago. This was the first Lego set, bigger Lego set I built as an adult. It was $99, and now it's $648. Wow. Of course, that's new, not used. Mine's already open, so. Still, I bet I could get more than the $99 I paid for it. Anyway, if you're doing into Legos, you or your children, but mostly adults, there's also the Lego Architecture series, which does some beautiful buildings and stuff. I'm not going to go through them all, but don't forget about Lego Architecture. It's a great Lego gift. Here's Lego Architecture. San Francisco skyline. Unfortunately, you know what? The best thing about Lego, you can add in Starfleet Academy yourself. It's not there. Okay. So, next up, just stickers. You want to go cheaper? I mean, those Legos, they're gonna bankrupt you. But stickers are cool, right? If you've got a car or you got a laptop, you wanna, you can see all the stickers I've got on my laptop these days. You want some way of separating yourself from the crowd. You could put the Enterprise on the back of your minivan. Some people put their kids. Forget that. Who wants to see what a family is? No, we want to see the Enterprise on the back of your minivan or your Jeep or Starfleet emblem or on your laptop. All different things. Resistance is futile. You see, if I see this on a car I'm driving behind, I'm gonna stay back a little because I don't know. Maybe they've got some Borg tech that I'm not aware of. I don't want to accidentally ram them from behind. So you want to get political. You got Picard Riker 2020. Tons and tons of stickers coexist out of all different sci-fi things. That's some good stuff. And there's also the t-shirts and hats and all those things that would take hours and hours to go through. So I'm just going to bring them up for you guys to remember. You got your Trek fish here that's only a little insensitive. Oh, and this Defiant patch. Defiant, it's a sticker. Oh, I love this Defiant sticker. This might have to be the sticker. This is going to be the sticker, I think, that fills in the last part of my laptop. I'm going to leave this up so I come back to it. Yes, the USS Defiant patch, which Darren Wagner just did a great video on the Defiant. So check out his video. It gave me goosebumps seeing the Defiant again for the first time. Love the video, Darren. So the problem with this is that they take between 21 and 30 days to create. And they're probably not going to arrive in time for Christmas. However, you might get lucky. But even if you don't, I got to say, these models are beautiful. They are rich mahogany. I mean, just look. And there's so many different types. You've got, I'm going to go through all the different options. I mean, you've got a sailing ship. You've got tons and tons of planes. I mean, it looks like they do model shows or something. You've got tremendous amounts. I mean, this is, I guess, assume this is their factory or their warehouse. That's where they ship from. Beautiful, beautiful designs. And some, they range in price from like 150 to 200 bucks, with some being a little more expensive, some being a little less expensive. We've got helicopters, we've got all types of ships, a Gulfstream, a Cessna. I always loved the Cessnas. This is the one we're looking at. We got some biplanes, F-15 fighter jets. We got a Bronco, Mustangs, Cessna 182, more helicopters. We got some. They're not quite Jeeps. Not quite Jeeps. We've got trains. Oh, it's a bottle holder. We've got military trucks. What's that? A Spitfire. Oh, a Spitfire. I love the Spitfire. We got the Spitfire. We've got tanks. We've got a tank, a Patton tank. Oh man, a U-2. Not the band. Not the band. More tanks. Oh my God! Look at these. Some of these are beautiful. We got a missile launcher, and more tanks, and there's some really interesting things. An AWAC, there's another F-15, a P-38 Lightning. I love the P-38 with this design here. A B-2, a freaking B-2 stealth bomber. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. An Osprey. That's vertical takeoff and landing. The Hawkeye, the thing with the big circle on its top to do like a sensor pod to listen in. A DC-3, the quintessential commercial airplane. DC-3 is beautiful, beautiful model. I mean, every one of these I would put on a desk or put on a shelf. They're all totally beautiful. A-10, an A-10 Warthog, one of the best planes ever developed. We got a tank. We've got some ships. We got the Starship 2000. Buses. I mean, if you just keep going, you get the picture. You'll find just about anything here. A lighthouse, and a replica engine, a replica of an engine, and we'll just do one more. Oh wow, this is beautiful. I'm not even sure what it is. The Bat plane, and also I've seen here. There's the space shuttle. There's the space shuttle on a 747. They have a ton of designs. Consider it. So let's see. Let's click on one of these. It might be easier. If you put in, say, A4M Skyhawk mahogany wood desktop model, you'll come up with these pictures, and you can then have links to all the other models. Find the one you want. It's great. Take a look at them. I don't have one myself. I wish I did. I wish I had an extra $189.95. But there are some great models and just stuff I randomly came across over the years. And I've left this tab open for easily 4 to 6 months because I knew I wanted to get this video out there and show off these mahogany models. Okay, so this is I'd say the most biggest, coolest gift, and it's only around 50 bucks. Star projectors. Let's talk star projectors. Now, every night now from a long time when I go to sleep, Mom will pray and the room is dark. Mom will pray turns on the stars, and I've got footage I'm going to roll of what the Bird o' Prey Palace looks like at night with the star projectors on. Now, I'm assuming I'm rolling this footage as I talk, because that's something I have to do in post-processing. But these stars are beautiful, and I've had 3 different types of star projectors myself, and I've just ordered a 4th, because I love these stars. The first one I got probably, easily a decade ago. I got it before I got sick, because I remember taking it into work and nerding out with the IT director in the server room with all the lights off and watching all the stars, plus all the LEDs from the server. Just looked really, really freaking cool. So yes, I had that from before I got sick. So let me show you some of the best ones. The current best one I have right now is this one, and it's the Blisslight Skylight laser projector with nebula cloud. Now, they all seem to have this nebula cloud. So what they are is they're green lights, and there are tons of green lights, and they are lasers, and they're being scattered by a crystal or a mirror or something in here is scattering a laser beam into tons of green dots of various sizes, from very bright to very dim. And this one has by far the brightest stars of any of the ones I've seen. It also has an automatic timer. You put it on and it stays on for 6 hours overnight, and it shuts off by itself. You don't have to worry about it. So it's great to fall asleep to. It's relatively cheap. You can see I purchased this one in May, and we've used it nearly every single night since I purchased it. It still works well. I can't give higher praise than to this one. Now, it has one slight flaw that the other 2 ones I have didn't. Now, there's this one, which is the Instant Twilight Hologram Star Show Projector Romantic Nightlight Lamp Home Planetarium. This one's about the same price. However, it is significantly dimmer. But if you see, when I go to sleep, I leave the TV on. So I mute it, but it's on. It's kind of our nightlight. So, and it's a 61-inch television. So there's a pretty good source of light. So you don't need to be in complete blackness for the other one to work. But this one, you pretty much need complete darkness. So if you are a normal person and don't leave the television on, this would be a great addition to a bedroom or any room in your house that you can make completely black. And the advantage to this one over the other one is that the stars, both the stars move. They're constantly rotating slowly, but they move. But in this one, not only do the stars move differently relatively to each other. So, like, the brighter stars all move in one circle, and like the less bright stars kind of orbit those other stars. So, and then there are even dimmer stars that are moving in like almost some random directions. So this is kind of like you're looking at the sky and you can try and track something, like, oh, that's a meteor, and you can try to follow it around, which is really cool. It's a really cool effect. Now, unfortunately, this one doesn't have that option, but it is so much brighter than any of the others. It is still my favorite. So the third one I had was this design. Now, this is by far the most expensive of the designs, but it's brighter than it's brighter than this one, and it has the motion of the stars that move like that one, where the stars move even relative to each other. Like, some stars will move in different directions. So it's cool. However, the rating on this one is 3.9 out of 5. Now, you can say that's pretty close to 4, and I'll grant you it is pretty close to 4. And if there was not a better $50 version, I would say get it. But I would caution you, because, now granted, this happened to mine after 10 plus years, 8 of them not being used at all. It worked for like a week, and then after a week, it started making this terrible clicking noise because there's this gear in here that causes everything to spin. And in this model, and if you look at the ratings, a lot of people complain about this. Apparently, even in some new ones, it just stops spinning. It starts making a terrible noise. And I don't know. It's not something I've had with the other one. I've been using the other one 6 months. It seems to be doing fine. A lot of people complained, not a ton, not the majority, but enough people complained about this thing making a clicking noise over time that I'm suspicious. And especially because of the extra price. I have no idea why this one needs to be twice the price of the others, but it is. So I would caution you away from this one. This one, if you're in a room where it's going to be completely black and you want to see stars moving in multiple directions, which most people I imagine would, go ahead with it. However, and this is the one I have experience with, and it is excellent. However, just today in making this video, there's first all of these others, these circles and these are all almost worthless. I've tried some of them. They're just LEDs, and they're not nearly as bright as these laser ones. Okay, you don't want an LED powered one. You want a laser powered one. It's a big difference. These LED powered ones, they look cool to look at, but once they're on your ceiling, I mean, they're so dim. They are so dim. So only look at these lasered ones, in my opinion. However, there are so many. There are so many. But where's the one that I just bought? Here it is. Here it is. Now this is a brand new one I have never seen before today. It has 6 different colors, not of the stars. I'm sure the stars are still just green because that's the only color laser you have. But all of these have what they call a nebula cloud effect. And that's a secondary light source that just projects a dim but colorful cloud up with the stars itself. Now, on most of the other 2 or 3 we saw, it was a blue light. You couldn't change that color. But this one apparently lets you change the color of that nebula effect, which is pretty cool. But more than that, it also projects a moon. So you get a moon and the stars. So I ordered this. Honestly, I just purchased it. I purchased it today because I saw this and I was like, I need it. I need this. I suspect it's going to be as bright as the one I have, but I can't confirm it as yet. So it's your choice. If you want to take some risk, maybe go with this. Wow, I can't pronounce that. Jomst, Jomst star projector, 3-in-1. If you want to take a risk, but if you want the safe bet, go with the Blisslight skylight. So, but either way, I mean, you're going to see the footage that I either put up or will put up, and it is some beautiful stuff. I truly a fan. I mean, if you, I'm not going to say I've done this, but at night, sometimes if you put the stars on, and then you take your favorite spaceship, perhaps a bird of prey, and you just fly it around, you can be like, oh, I'm flying through space, wee. Anyway, you know, it's possible. Just saying. It's something. Moving on. So you could just search Amazon for nerd gifts, and I did. And I mean, like, the first thing that comes up, one of the first things, is the Book of Unusual Knowledge. I mean, in here, $12, hardcover book, and it's a book of just random facts. Some of it useful, most of it not, but pretty damn cool stuff. We also have a what if book, a computer science coffee mug, regrettable supervillains, and a whole ton of other interesting stuff if you just do that search for nerd gifts. One more, well, not one more, there's actually one more after this, but one I couldn't forget and very underrated are Diamond Select Star Trek models. Okay, the Diamond Select Constitution class might be the best Constitution class ever. The Diamond Select Star Trek 6, the Diamond Select Romulan Bird of Prey, and yes, Darren, Romulan Bird of Prey. You've got tricorders, you've got phasers, you've got the NX, and somewhere here, there it is, there she is, my prized Diamond Select Klingon Bird of Prey. Now, yes, this is more than it should cost because I guess it's out of stock. But hey, if you enjoy it as much as I do, well, I don't think I'd pay that much. It was less when I bought it. But check these pages back for prices. They do change as they come in and out of stock. You know, when the stock gets low and it's a third-party seller, the price is easily double. You get the Enterprise B. You got a lot of good stuff. So, and one more page of Amazon stuff, and I'd be remiss if, you know, Classic Nerd is Newton's Cradle. And what's a Newton's Cradle? Newton's Cradle is, of course, those balls that just click back and forth that you put on your desk and play with when you get bored. And anyway, this brings an important part. It's how to buy on Amazon. And at first, I saw this and I was like, oh my god, I need to buy it. I was about to. Till I looked at the rating. It is 3.6 out of 5. Now you say, well, 3.6 out of 5 ain't bad. And that's kind of like the scam. Amazon wants you to say, oh, 3.6 out of 5 ain't bad. But you have to remember, the lowest score you can give on Amazon isn't 0. It's 1. So it's not 0 out of 5 stars. It's more like 1 out of 5, or 1 out of 4. Okay, so you have to subtract 1 from your score. A perfect item would be 4. And a decently item would be 3. A 3 would be like 75%. Okay? Once you're below 75%, once you're below 4, you're marginally above, you know, you're just marginally above that 50% mark. And to be frank, I see a lot of people give 5 stars who don't understand how the system works. They're like, I'm giving it 5 stars even though I haven't opened it, I haven't used it, I just gave it as a gift. It came quickly, so here's 5 stars. No, you shouldn't be rating an item if you haven't opened it yet. So you're going to want to investigate. And upon investigation, I found this particular one. There were a lot of complaints about it just not, although it looks very nice, it just doesn't work very well. It stops, they stop clicking and clacking after only a few seconds. And these are supposed to go, you know, almost a minute before they run out of energy. And people are saying some of them are getting less than 10 seconds. They're saying it's quite fragile. So this particular one, I'd say maybe not. Although it is the only 7-ball version I've ever seen. Most have 5. So, but still, a Newton's Cradle is still a pretty cool thing to have. There's some much higher rated versions out here, like this is 4.4 out of 5. It's a little simpler looking, but you might want to go with something like this. And these are some pretty cool nerd gifts. Also, I mean, I've had this. This isn't all that impressive. There's out there, though I haven't found it. There's those. There's these magnet things where it spins a globe above. You know, let's Google it. Magnet globe spin. And if you hear that noise in the background, it's Sister O'Prey. Okay, so yeah, here, I mean, these are, oh, this is actually not that expensive. Magnetic levitation floating globe. This is, again, not something I have yet. But, I mean, look at this stuff. This is pretty cool. What nerd wouldn't want this? So, yeah, don't forget about some floating globes on your Christmas list. Anyway, those are just some ideas for the nerds in your life. I hope you've enjoyed them. Anyway, if you'd like to help me out, as I told you earlier, there is the Amazon links on BirdoPrey5.com. You can scroll down and use the Amazon affiliate links. But if you go to JUOT.net and you go to Off Topic Public, and you don't have to sign in for this, and you go to affiliate shopping links, there are actually dozens and dozens of links to many other sites. We've got Amazon, Amazon UK, Amazon Canada, Amazon Germany, the Lego store, which you can use in any country, ThinkGeek, Stupid.com, Retro Planet, Woot, Spencer's Gifts, tons and tons, Best Buy, Newegg, Lowe's or Home Depot, Art.com, AllPosters.com. For cars, we've got Cabela's, West Marine, Auto Parts Warehouse, AutoZone, Target, Walmart, Macy's, Bloomingdale's, BJ's, blah, 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 and so on. You got for flowers, 1-800-Flowers, Uncommon Goods. You got Godiva chocolates. Mama Prey's a big fan of Godivas. You got Food and Wine, Omaha Steaks, DoorDash. Any of these places give affiliate credit to me and the channel. Travel. If you're traveling this holiday season, Priceline, Hotels.com, Orbitz, Expedia, Air France, Motel 6, Best Western, tons of these. Travelocity, Cruise Direct, Dollar Rent-A-Car, all these types of places. All you have to do is come to this page, click on one of these links, say Hotels.com, and then, purchase your hotel link, and in theory, I would get a small percentage. Now, on Amazon, it's like 2%, 3%, which is by far the biggest. On most of these sites, it's like 0.1%, which is fine. It's still better than nothing. It doesn't increase your cost at all, and it would make me and Mama Prey and Sassy quite happy, right? You might book your whole vacation, and then Sassy can get an extra boat. I'm kidding. Sassy has plenty of boats. But I just wanted you guys to remind you, and if you do have the time to remember to use some of these links, it would be really, really appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you for sitting through all this if you did. I hope it wasn't too boring. I hope you found some cool gift ideas for the nerd in your life, whether you use my links or not. And have a very happy and healthy holiday season. And if you celebrate Christmas as I do, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And my Christmas gift to you is going to be not singing a Christmas song at the end of this video. Yes, Sisso Prey is clapping. So take care all, enjoy your holidays, enjoy your holiday shopping, and kapla. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdoPrey5.com, the new home of everything BirdoPrey5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at JUOT.net. I'm also on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdoPrey5 or on BirdoPrey5.com. Take care.